All right, so High Level just recently announced released AI Studio on their as one of the new product, and I have not mastered it. I probably have spent less than an hour on using this new tool, and so in this video, what I'm going to do is basically show you a live session where I'm building or using AI Studio to build a basic landing page. Hey, my name is Paul Kim, and I help agencies and consultants get their first or next high level clients by getting clarity on the fundamentals before you even start building anything. And so, in today's video, a lot I'm going to show you basically, and the reason I'm showing you AI Studio is because I think that the way that I am hearing about AI Studio, that it could help tremendously with building stuff conversationally and no code required. And so, a lot of the times, as agency owners, we need to create something fast, like, for example, a simple landing page. And sometimes, having to wait for a developer or our designer can take time. And so I want to take a look at AI Studio and see how quickly or how easy it is to create a basic landing page. And in this case, I'm doing a live session with an actual case study of one of our clients that needs to have a landing page built. All right, so let's get to it, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions.
All right, so we are in a one of our clients' account, and we're utilizing AI Studio. We're going to turn it on first before we start utilizing because it has to. Right now, it's still in beta stage. I'm going to show you that, and our client has given us some preliminary information on the landing page, and I'm going to show you step by step on utilizing AI Studio, as well as some pros and cons of using this platform. And so let's go ahead and turn it on, and we're gonna go to Labs. All right, so we are going to Labs here, and we're going to scroll down. As you can see, there's a lot of features. High Level is constantly updating their website, and so my philosophy, not philosophy, but the way I look at things is that there's always going to be new features, whether in High Level or whether on out there in social media. But at the end of the day, you have to put your blinders on, and just focus on what you need to do, right? So in this case, this is a client deliverability where I have to create a landing page for a client, and now I can either um, delegate it to my website designer to do it, or I can. My goal is looking at AI Studio and see how fast it can be done, and seeing what is the pros and cons. Okay, and so let's go and take a look at AI Studio right here. So AI Studio is an AI-powered platform that lets anyone design, build, and launch fully functional experiences through natural conversation, no coding required. So with AI Studio, you can create multi-page websites, funnels, applications, and interactive components simply by describing what you want and then refine them into production ready experiences within minutes. There's no hosting charges, so tokens are free during the lab phase. Right now, it's in the labs, okay? Um, and there will be a free tier will be available, okay, for any usage beyond the included limits. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate it. Then we're going to go back, and as you can see right here, AI Studio. And just to be fully transparent, this is my second time using it. I did use it for the first time to get a feel for it. I spent probably about 30 minutes, and then this is my second time utilizing it, so it's still very fresh. All right, so as you can see, this is my first take on this landing page. And so basically what you do is you create a, you input into AI and basically tell it what to build, right? There are these templates that it shows up. I tried using one and it is very templated, and so unless I know specifically that this is gonna work, um, I would probably use it as a example to go into and see what it looks like. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna build from scratch, and so um, the input. So with regard when it comes to AI, like you have to give the a very more specific input is going to give you better output. So garbage in, garbage out, so good in, good output. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to input it. So this is a landing page that my client, Alan Sedin, is asking for a landing page for a specific lead magnet opt-in that he wants. And so what I'm going to do is I have to find that information. All right, so I was able to find it. So let's go ahead and let's create a landing page. Um, um, Landing page with an opt-in form. Okay. Um, so the brand color and tone will be based off his website. Now, if you don't have his website um, or don't have information, then you would just input it directly. So you would put in the brand color, give it the hex code, give it whatever tone that you want, and then any other information that's relative. So in this case, he already has a website, and so we are going to put that in there. Oops, I just pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. alansadine.ca. Um, and then the um, headline copy is you don't have to be an artist to draw caricature. Okay. Um, and then body of the um, the body of the landing page would be follow follow along with friendly, easy to learn lesson that I use at festivals and weddings that anyone can learn in minutes. Okay. Okay. And then the opt-in would be start learning by using how to draw caricatures, how to draw caricature faces in 7 easy steps. Okay, let's put it in quotes. All right. The um, the opt-in form will have a full name and email. Okay, and then also uh, um, now previously I know that when I it included a footer at the top. So one thing to note here is when I went through it initially, when you make changes, that I think took a long time to actually create the website initial landing page. It took like 2-3 minutes. Whereas if you're making changes afterwards, it took a long time. So I'm going to try to give it as much information, and I'm going to put in here no um, header with navigation menu is necessary. Is is header with navigation is not necessary in the footer. Um, um, Make sure to um, have the link to the terms and condition be a hyperlink to, let me go and find that specific page. Let me see if I'm gonna have to find the link for it. So just bear with me where I go and pull off. Here's the terms and condition. Okay, hyperlink to terms and condition would be a hyperlink that opens a new window to this, um, and the private privacy policy privacy policy. Oh, keep on pressing the wrong button here. Sorry about that. Private policy um, that opens to a new window. Probably run-on sentence to to this. Okay, and I'm just trying to recall. I think that pretty much it. Now opt-in would be full name and email, um, and that's it. All right, so let's go ahead and let it um, render the. Okay, and then the other thing I think I want to add in here is um, please up. I don't know if we're able to. Okay, please update the copy to better rep better capture um, to capture to generate to to convert to convert better for people that are interested in learning to draw caricatures. Okay, so we added that in. As much information as possible will probably be best. All right, so let's go ahead and start. It is 2:35, and let's start. So what it does is it's going to give you all of the steps here, analyzing the brand, building, landing, set up SEO, and finalize. All right, so it did it in like a couple of minutes. It is now 2:40. All right, so pretty quick, and I actually like this version because it made it very simplistic. The other version, the first version I had, it had other stuff on the bottom. This is straightforward, just um, right to the point, and see, it had private policy. Everything is set up perfectly, and the only thing now we have to do, this, if you want more details as to what the tools you use, you can take a look at that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to connect to CRM. So what this does on the back end, I don't know what it does, is creates the integration. So any input from here will be pushed out to the sub account, right? So whoever's account that you're creating this this landing page for, and so we're going to click connect, and this is pretty quick. All right, so we're just going to wait for it for a couple of minutes. All right, so that did it in 2 minutes, approximately. Now, one thing I want to make note of here is that Um, so any changes that you want to make, all you do is you type it in here. So let's say you wanted to change this, like if you wanted to go and change this free mini course to some other wording, um, you can ask AI to go ahead and change it. Now, one thing I want you to understand is that this is using, I believe it's connected with another, I think, Vibe, right? Um, I actually never have used Vibe before, and this is my first time. And so, and the coding behind it, if you press this button, you can see that this is the code, right? If you're familiar with code, HTML coding, you can go ahead and change that. I don't, so I'm not even going to touch it because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so this tells you that you can, instead of hiring somebody, this is something that you can actually build yourself, right? Now, here's a pro, right? The pro is that you can do it and create it, and then you can modify it. It just takes time because I think when I asked it to remove the header over here, so it created a header on top. What it did was it took like literally 5 minutes to change and remove the header, right? So whereas the other option is if you have somebody internally in your team or you want to hire somebody to go and change the code, you can go ahead and do that. Now, um, this is where if you are familiar with the way HighLevel has their funnels and pages, they have their own builder, which is a lot more intuitive. It's something that I can go in and change myself. Um, so that is, there's the pros and cons, right? The pro is you can make a great website using conversational language and build it yourself. The pro is that you do have to every changes. Sorry about that. It's my alarm. Every change needs to be inputted using natural language, and it's going to take some time. Not as much time as trying to maybe for the designer. It might be easier for the designer to go in and change it, but it depends on the level of editing that's required, right? Um, so that's in a nutshell, right? I think probably um, for something quick like this, it is great um, to use this. I think there's no downside to this. Okay, so um, I think everything looks good for now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and publish it because for this specific client, I created a QR code. I talked about that in my previous video. I'll put the link on top as well as put the link in the description of how I use QR codes. And you get to go check out that video. But I utilize QR code to direct them to this specific landing page. So I have to go ahead and update that QR code so that it directs them to this specific page. And so I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And I'm going to call it, let's modify this and edit this to say, um, how to draw. It's got to be short. Let's say learn quadratures. Let's go ahead and click that, and then click publish. Um, let's see if this image. It is kind of cut off, but I'm just gonna leave it as is, right? Learn to draw quadrature, Alan Sedin. You have to be an artist. 7 easy steps to capture anybody's personality in minutes. I'm okay with all the language in here. And so I'm gonna apply changes and then go ahead and publish. and then it gives you the link right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and copy that and then also see it, right? So that looks pretty good, right? Pretty straightforward. And I'm going to, before I leave this page, I'm going to just take a look and see how it looks like this. This is probably maybe on the iPad or something. And then on the phone, I probably, yeah, I'm fine. Do I have this on top or do I have switch it around? I'm okay with either way. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now, the next part is when somebody inputs information here, you want to make sure that it gets triggered properly. And so I'm going to go back and go to workflows. And I'm going to go to automations. And I have temporarily created a temporary folder here, and I'm going to delete this workflow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and create this work. Actually, no, I'll delete this workflow, okay? Because that was the workflow that I was using before. And so I'm going to create a new workflow. So create workflow, and we are going to create a workflow from scratch. Now, if you would like my snapshots, I have created snapshot that I utilize, right? So that you don't have to go from blank. In this case, I'm doing it blank, just for teaching purposes. But I have created some snapshots, and so if you sign up as an affiliate of mine, not only will you the snapshot is not what is important, but the what is important is to help you give clarity to your business or to what you want to accomplish, and also to give you some personal guidance to get your first client or to your next client in a systemized manner. And so that's the benefit of signing up under me. So if you would like my guidance on that, and also on how to use some of the resources that I provide, by all means, reach out to me if you have any questions. Okay. All right, so let's create the trigger. So, and this is where I did a little bit of research. And so what you're going to do is you're going to use what's called external tracking event, right? So you could also search it by external tracking event. And then you're going to create a filter and you're going to create event and and you're going to say form submitted. Okay. And then what you're going to do next is domain, select any of, and you're going to do here, learn quadrature right there. Okay, and what you're going to do is click save, and then what you're going to do is you're going to publish it. And what I'm going to do here, I want to make sure that it gets triggered properly, and I'm just going to put in here a wait state. Just put 90 days for now. And this is sometimes the way that I just put in 90 days as a default. That has no relevance to anything we're doing here. I just want to make sure that when it gets triggered, it stops over here. So whatever you want to happen in this case, I'm going to probably create a tag for this person and then send the email, and then possibly send an internal notification. If you use my snapshots, I have some uh, predefined flow, right, as you call it, of things that should happen. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just doing it to show you whether the trigger works or not. So I'm going to put in my name, and we're testing out to see if the automation is going to work, and my email, and then start sending, and then it says thank you for opting in, and then we have published this workflow, and let me refresh, and there we go. So the stats, as you can see, it's matched. Um, and that pretty much, then you would put in um, whatever um, the whatever the other workflows. If you wanted to add tags or create the email, send notification, whatever you want to do, you would do it here, right? If you want the specific snapshot that I have, if you sign up under my affiliate link, then you would get those snapshots available to you.
All right, so I hope this video was helpful to give you the first look into AI Studio. There are some pros and cons as I explained in the video, and if you want to check out more videos as I go deeper into AI Studios as well as other features, and then also talk about getting clients with high level. So make sure you subscribe, and also make sure check out my last week's video where I talked about the AI website builder in high level as well. Okay, which is very similar to the AI funnel builder. And so you can probably use that video to build funnels or build landing pages using the high level AI website and funnel builder. All right, go check it out.